Steve, a 3-2 win over Redditch United. Not easy when you've got to change your team so close to kick-off, and it was tough first half, but bounced back brilliantly there.
Yeah, good description of the game really for anyone that wasn't here. We were disappointed with first half, and as you said, sort of we had a situation with our two Cambridge lads, both Sal and Leon, not being available to sort of a crash on the M11, and didn't get here. I think they must have got here about 15 minutes after the kick-off, and it disrupted us a little bit. As I was saying to you just off air there, it was a shame because the warm-up was fine and everything like that, but it disrupted us. We looked a little bit on the back foot, and I've got to give them a bit of credit because I thought they were they went about everything. They won every second ball. Any 50-50s, it went Redditch's way, and I thought we had a long time ahead if I'm truthful. But yeah, and especially we Coley missing a penalty is a rarity. So it was always one of them. I think we were going uphill, and we settled ourselves down, and had a little bit of good fortune, we've scraped something, I think.
Scott Kashket, obviously new to the club, instrumental in a couple of those goals. Took his goal well and brilliantly set up for Names.
Yeah, Scott should, no disrespect, and as I said to you, you asked after the Needham game when he made his debut, if Scott's fit, he's got the ability to obviously previously playing in EFL and stuff, and obviously he's had two horrendous injuries coming back, and if we can play part of that revival, then that would be great. But we're happy to have him, and as you say, great finishes. He's not fit. I think he'd be the first one to say that as well. So there's a couple in that situation, to be fair. I just spoke to Greeny there, and I know sort of sometimes that's a little bit surprising. He's a fan's favourite, but I think 2 lots of 90 minutes on a Saturday and a Tuesday is a lot for a lad that's whatever age is at coming back after 4 months. 4 months is a hell of a long time to be out. So we're managing minutes, and we're getting away with it.
So after a bruising battle like that, you probably don't want a big tough Tuesday night game, and Sporting United will be there.
Oh, it certainly will be. Obviously, the return of one of our old players in Jack, and I know a lot of the lads still keep in touch and know him. Cracking lad, scores plenty of goals, and we've got to stop him. But then there's also another 10 out there because Spalding are definitely one of the favourites in this league. But we're not doing so bad ourselves, are we? So I think they'll give us the respect that we deserve. We need to compete more and get those 50-50s that we're winning our fair share. I took the choice of taking Declan Phillips out. It was ideal for him really in that game, and obviously we'll just see where things are, because obviously Fab had a little bit of a groin strain. So no team selection just yet, but the rule of thumb for me is just that we have to compete any game that we're involved in.
Scott, a 3-2 win this afternoon. That was a tough battle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was obviously thought from the first 5 minutes they was right at it. I think we didn't start strong as a team. They sort of took the game to us a bit. So getting that goal just before half time obviously helped with the second half. But I feel like second half we sort of went back to the basics, done a bit better, mixed it up, and the main thing come out with the 3 points. Yeah,
nice goal from you. We were certainly the second best, I guess, in the first half, but just before half time, a crucial strike from yourself.
Of course, always nice to score. But the positive is, even when the team's not the best, they still come out on top. So if we can get the performance to add to it, like to think the team will be right up there come the end of the season.
So you've got obviously bags full of EFL experience. How are you finding it in this league so far?
Very different pitches, very bubbly, but it's only going to obviously help me as a player. If you play on these pitches, when you play on nice pitches again, game's much easier. I think people think when you go up the levels, the standard of players obviously much better, but there's a lot of ability in the changing room. I think it's just like a couple of basics of the difference between the levels, like the off-the-ball things like that. Where with the young boys, you got times where I hope I can speak to them, help them out. But where a handful of the boys, I like to think, will go on to play in the AFL.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess the winner was a bit of a scramble, really. What was your view of it?
I think the ball should have went in the net the one before, but I don't know how it goes in as long as it goes in. Sometimes they're the best ones when you miss kicking and it goes in. If the kicker probably went over the stand for it.
The game's come thick and fast. Another a tough game on Tuesday. Spalding, who are a really strong team. How are you feeling physically ahead of that one? Ready to go?
I really don't know, as this is my first 90 minutes in. What were we? October now?
Yeah.
7 or so, 8 months maybe. So I played the 3 games, 20 to 30 minutes in the other ones, and that was enough for me then. So I wasn't expecting to do 90 today. What was, I think, quite unexpected for myself. So we'll see what the manager wants, see how my body is, but very positive for me to get through 90 minutes, no issues. So
you're enjoying your time here so far?
I am, yeah. I think it helps when you've got a really good group in the change room, where you come in straight away, the boys are cracking jokes, a lot of banter straight away, so it's easy to settle in with them.